is me, Josh Hunter. I don't have a specific topic in mind. I just figure I need to kind of process some things as appropriately and efficiently as possible. It seems like you guys are taking this coronavirus thing pretty seriously, which I find to be very interesting. That you would, because I mean, there are so many things that are going on in the world right now. Okay, we're dealing with a lot. Now, first of all, let me say all the things that people do and people say, there's a reason why I choose not to get offended at a lot of the things that people say, either about me or towards me or whatever. And it's because most people are not particularly aware of the weight of the things that are going on right now. I mean, there are a lot of anyway. But I think it's interesting that you have decided to take the coronavirus seriously, whereas, you know, all the opportunities you had to say that your life was important to you, you chose to say that it wasn't. Now, when I say this, you may, what do you mean that we said that our life wasn't important to us? Okay, I've brought this up before, I'll bring it up again. For many years, at least in the United States, many people were upset that they were not able to receive affordable health care or free health care. And I thought this was unusual. I was not a part of this. I'm the type of person where if it's coming to, I mean, especially with regard to the coronavirus, if it's coming to get me, it's gonna fucking get me, dude. Like, I am not, okay. I would not try to run from a virus. I would not try to run from these things, okay? Like, you think washing your hands, you should have tried to solve this 6 months ago when you had the chance. You had 10 months, you had 5 months, you had a year, okay? You want to know why this is happening? Okay? Hypocrisy is something that, now actually, let me admit this. I am a social hypocrite. I know I say a lot of things, I take a kind of, a superior tone sometimes, but I am a social hypocrite. Now, what does that mean? What's a social hypocrite? When it comes to social actions, yeah, I sometimes say that I am this type of social person, but it turns out that I'm this type of social person. But with regards to morals, ethics, like I said, I've defined here my 3 basic operations, okay? My first operation is preservation of infrastructure, which means roads, you know, gas, electricity, making sure that the lights stay on, clean water, all of these things that the modern conveniences, preservation of infrastructure, okay? My second operation is preservation of needful structures. Now, we know that the preservation of needful structures that's a bit more wide, and I couldn't necessarily describe it to you because there are various structures which we need to get from point A to point B. Social structures, religious structures, political structures. Okay, these are, you could consider these as intangible structures. Not necessarily, because how do you know it's not? Maybe it'd just be the structures in your own mind. That's the whole point of the operation, to figure it out. Studies, anyway. I hope I don't seem unusual. Kind of want people to like me. Maybe I sound crazy. It doesn't matter. Anyway, my third operation is to contrive to never have to do anything. Okay, you got to realize I've been doing certain types of studies for like 20 years. Okay, when you don't have girlfriends and you don't have drugs and you don't have anything distracting you, all you have is plenty of time to think. So, my conclusion as to what I think I ought to be focusing on, or a statement that will guide me through the various situations which occur in a natural life, is to contrive to never have to do anything. So I don't want to have to do anything. It doesn't mean that I don't want to do anything. I don't want to have to do anything. I don't mind doing things. I have a good work ethic, but there has to be a good reason. There has to be a reason. There has to be something behind it. So, so you know, I'm just like trying to, I hope no one takes offense to this, but we're in it now. Okay, this is serious business. You know, you guys, I've been at this for a decade, trying to tell you guys about what's going on. All right, you know what? You know, people say this all the time. What is it? You see people on the street, they say the end is near, the end is near. People always say the end of the world. Do I sound like that? I just know that certain things can be seen. And if you're paying attention, you can avoid a lot of misery. Anyway, so to contrive to never have to do anything means that I'm doing things actively to make sure that I don't have to do anything. Because you realize, you know, now in our modern world, with our modern conveniences, it allows us to live in a way where we don't have to do certain things. So all three of these statements, all three of these operations, you know, unified in some practical manner, will achieve the things I think which would be of benefit for all, you know, living beings. I think anyway. I mean, I'm just, you know, I'm working it out. So anyway, I think it's that you guys are now taking coronavirus seriously, but you won't wear helmets when you ride your electric scooter. Do you see the hypocrisy there? You ride electric scooters all over your fucking city, and it doesn't scare you. But you you think that you deserve to survive the coronavirus, or whatever the fuck the next thing is, the next thing. Do you understand what's going on here? Do you understand what's going on? Your hypocrisy has to be revealed. You know, that's kind of, what is that? It's like, oh, you know, yeah, that's superior tones. Like, oh, this is I guess I'm sounding like I know something. I'm sounding like I know more than everyone else, but what the fuck do I know? I'm a homeless man on a bench. Homeless man on a bench. Well, you know, up and around. So anyway, am I a fucking asshole yet? Alright. The fact that you have cried and lamented and wailed and said, oh God, why can't we have free healthcare? Yet you won't do the first basic step. The first basic step, which is wearing a helmet when you ride an electric scooter. Okay? You won't even... Why do you think you would survive this? What does your life mean to you? What does your life mean to you? Do you understand what it means if you won't wear a helmet? And yet the cigarette companies still exist? Big tobacco still exists? People are still smoking cigarettes and you still want free healthcare? Do you realize what's going on? If you said firmly, as an entire people of the earth, no more cigarettes, and we will now wear helmets while we ride our electric scooters, do you know what would fucking happen? You guys want miracles? You want a miracle? Shut down the tobacco industry and wear a fucking helmet. I fucking guarantee you will see things that you could not believe. But this isn't an issue this isn't a culture issue. I think perhaps it is. There's an incorrect design in the human structure. The human structure does not allow for a certain type of logic which would make it easy for you to quit cigarettes and to wear a helmet. The structure of the human body, this is a physical issue, I think. Because this thinking like this is not difficult. And the fact to see so many people like so upset and they're scared, like I've never felt this type of fear. Like I'm walking around out here and there's like people are really afraid. Like there's like a pandemic. Well, what happened 100 years ago? Spanish flu. Okay, pay attention. Know your history. Okay, what happens? You know, one of the first things I learned in 10th grade, history repeats itself. Why? Why does history repeat itself? What is the issue that ghosts always have? Unresolved business. Unresolved business. Unfinished business. That's what ghosts do. You want to know what a haunting is? Do we know what happened 100 years ago? Do we know why the Spanish flu happened 100 years ago? Apparently they found a new type of herpes in the North Pole with the fucking Antarctica. They found it in the ice. We only have 8,000 years confirmed on this planet. Do you know how many fucking dead bodies there are? Do you know how many fucking dead bodies there are? How, like I said, I don't hold it against you guys that like you are sometimes, you react in ways which aren't like, like neat. But you're under a certain type of pressure that maybe, all right, you're under a certain type of pressure that you can't be held entirely responsible for. Do not take that as license to fucking do whatever you want. But you gotta realize, why are babies so weak when they first come out? It's like when you see a baby, it's like it can't stand up, it can't do it. Every human being on this earth is carrying at least 14 pounds of atmospheric pressure. The air in this world, the sphere, every person is always carrying at least 14 pounds of pressure. The weight of the air above you is 14 pounds. And that's just air. And there are various other pressures. There's the noise pressure. There's the pressure of the things in your own life. The blood running through you. You've seen a fucking freeway, okay? All of that produces things. And unless you're actively... Anyway, what... So, the feeling that I get, this feeling that I'm sensing about this coronavirus, I'm not sure if you ever watched that show Dinosaurs. It used to be on Disney Channel. Do you remember the last episode of Dinosaurs? Like, it was so fucking depressing. That's what this feels like. That's what this feels like. Okay, like I'm walking around like these people are like, I guess we thought we were this shit, and it turns out we weren't. How do you like them apples? Alright. So, I do not want the things that I've been saying. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. Alright, I'm going to do a little thing. I'm not a religious person. I don't necessarily believe in God, but, it's... Anyway, Lord, oh Lord, it appears as though, things are happening in a way which is perhaps not so comfortable to a lot of people. I hope that I would like for all of this energy to be directed and stuff into the most appropriate and needful channels, and see that whatever absurd or needless or useless activity is transmuted into something which will be of ultimate and awesome benefit for the people who reside here on this earth. I do not know if I should just specify this earth or other places. I need a little bit more information, but I would like all of this fearful energy to be transmuted into something which is of like super and awesome benefit to all the people who are here, or the most relevant people to the things which I would like the hateful and angry and poisonous energy to be transmuted into something that will be of benefit to the people who are closest to the three operations which I have mentioned. Okay, so with regards, so let this blessing be in favor of the preservation of infrastructure, the preservation of needful structure, and to contrive to never have to do anything as it is needed. I yield to the greater intelligence which knows more than I do, and will see that things go as they ought to, without interference from poorly thought out ways, including my own. And if I have poorly thought out any of this, let that also be resolved in some way which does not lack in anything whatsoever. Thank you, O Lord, and it's nice, being able to appreciate life and all that, and thank you so much. Alright, so I said what I needed to say, and can't wait for that fucking sex bot.